channel wasn't clear enough to hear God's voice yet. I didn't know what God sounded like. I couldn't decipher what was my anxiety, what was intuition, what was fear, what was other people. It was so loud up here, y'all. It was so loud up here. I couldn't decipher what was what. So I think that one of the reasons numbers speak to people so loudly is because it's a way to get your attention without it having to come through a channel. It's something that is on the outside world that you can see tangibly to get you to pay attention to the fact that something is trying to get your attention, that something is trying to tell you that you're on the right path, that something is trying to nudge to you that you're connected to something bigger than yourself. So 222 in specific for me meant no matter where I was in life and no matter what it looked like, I was on the right path and I was never alone. No matter how alone I felt, I was never alone. I was always divinely guided and Spirit never left me. I tried to run from Spirit. I had such a disdain for religion that I had shut off to the idea of anything spiritual. But Spirit never left me. And even whenever I was at the bottom of the bottom and my channel was cut off and I wasn't open to listening and I wasn't open to receiving Spirit's voice, He found me in the physical through numbers, through signs, through synchronicities to let me know, to get my attention to the fact that there was something bigger happening outside of me. And to the woman that commented that about 222, listen to your intuition. Don't let anybody tell you that it's just a coincidence, because there are billions of people in this world, okay? There are billions of people in this world. And only 6,000 or 7,000 people saw my video, and you were one of them. And I've got 222 tattooed on me. That is not a coincidence. And God is doing something big in your life. God is doing something so big in your life. And I want everybody to know that. I want everybody to feel how special and how divine and how loved they are. And one of the main reasons that I talk about leaving a job, and one of the main reasons I talk about following my inner guidance system, stepping into my gifts, learning what it is that I was sent here for. The reason that I talk about it so deeply is because only a few years ago, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be alive. I hated my life. I was drunk every single night. I felt so alone. I felt like nobody understood me. I felt like I could be in a room full of 1 million people and I was completely alone. My mind was so loud. I was so lost. But it's because I was in a system that was not designed for me. I was living and existing in a system that was designed to keep people small, to keep people working, to keep people providing financial abundance to people above them, to mold and shape me into something that I was never meant to be, and my soul knew that, and I would feel it so deep inside of me that I was living in a system that was not made for me. And Spirit was calling me to more. But in order to do that, you have to step into a version of yourself that you ain't never seen before. You got to step into a version of life that you ain't never seen before. You got to trust. And you know how hard it is to trust whenever you come from large amounts of trauma? It's hard to trust God. I was so religiously confused, I didn't want anything to do with God. God knew He had to find me in tarot cards. God knew He had to find me in oracle cards. God knew He had to find me in numbers. Because He wasn't going to find me in a Bible, because I wasn't about to pick a Bible up. And He will. Don't matter where you are in life, what you're going through, He will find you. They will find you. Your spirit team will get to you somehow if you'll just open your ears to it. But you have to be the one to accept it. God is not the type to force anything onto you. You have to accept it. You have to accept the call. We are all sent here for a big reason, a big purpose. Our voices matter. Our print on this world matters. But it's up to you to remember that. It is up to you to accept that. It is up to you to step forward and say, I'm here. I'm here, Spirit. What you need from me, I trust you. But you got to build a deep relationship with yourself, and you got to build a deep relationship with Spirit in order to do that, so that you can decipher what's God's voice, what's Spirit's voice, what's my intuition, what's my higher self telling me, and is this anxiety, is this fear? They get so blurred together when you don't know, when you're so deep in survival mode. It's so hard to tell what is calling you forward and what is holding you back. The numbers in themselves didn't change my life. They just highlighted to me that I wasn't alone. They just nudged me and pushed me forward in moments of my life where I felt, am I doing the right thing, God? Am I doing the right thing? Is quitting my job the right thing? Is leaving this relationship the right thing? Is putting myself out there the right thing? Is all of these things that are taking me outside of my comfort zone that I ain't never done before? Is it the right thing? I'm not sure, because my body's freaking out right now because it ain't never done it. And then again, this was before I could hear God's voice. I'd see a number. I'd see a sign that was specific to me. The signs matter. The synchronicities matter. The numbers matter. The things in the physical matter too. They are what prime you to have a spiritual relationship with God. They are what gets your physical senses ready to have a spiritual relationship with God. This is for a specific group of people who, that's how God speaks to you. Through numbers, through signs, through synchronicities, through animals. I would have never stepped into my gifts. I would have never stepped into the divine purpose that God had for me. I would have never stepped into this version of me if I wouldn't have listened to the call. And I couldn't hear a physical call, so I had to see the numbers that pushed me to keep going, that pushed me to put one foot in front of the other, that allowed me enough hope to keep going. I think that's all they are. Just little pings of hope to keep going. And if that's all that I am for you today, if you see my 222 and you hear my voice, let me just be a ping of hope to you from God, from the universe, from your spirit team, of the fact that you're okay. You're going to be okay. You have always been okay. And spirit has never left you and will never leave you. It's impossible. You are literally an extension of spirit. You are safe. You are loved. You are valued. You are here for a reason. You have gifts that you probably have no clue about. I have never, and I mean this, I have never, ever done a one-on-one with a woman that was not deeply spiritually gifted. She just didn't know it, or she had been highly medicated. You know, I used to take ADHD meds, and my mind went quiet, but so did my connection to spirit. I couldn't hear my gifts anymore. I haven't been medicated for 3 years. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the most grounded I've ever been. I'm the most connected I've ever been. And I really want you to take a minute to look around you. I can almost guarantee that everybody you're working with, everybody you talk to, everybody that is in your vicinity is sad, anxious, medicated, lost on some kind of substance, probably drinking every day or smoking every day, trapped in a system that they didn't ask to be in. And the universe may be sending you numbers, maybe sending you signs, maybe sending you synchronicities just to get you out, just to help you get out. Because there is a version of you on the other side of all of those things that people get trapped in, yourself included, where you are finally liberated, where you finally feel free. And I'm not saying you don't get to eat foods or enjoy wine or be a human, but there is a difference between enjoying the 3D and being stuck in it, being stuck in cycles. You'll know the difference between living as a human, having a human experience, and being trapped in a system that you never asked to be put into. I don't say any of this shit to judge you. Girl, if you saw some videos of me a few years ago, I was jumping in bushes, puking off of buildings, kissing people at the bar. Oh! I don't judge you. That's not why I speak out. I am not that person that's trying to hit you upside the head with the Bible to tell you that you need to do better. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just trying to give you hope that if you feel lost, if you feel like you're kind of floating, if you were anything like me and you just felt like you were kind of floating through your day by day, and there was something missing, and you notice you're not really creating anymore, and you're not connecting to your life, and you're not connecting to people outside of you, I promise you it's because you're so disconnected from yourself and you're so disconnected from spirit. It is nearly impossible to connect to the outside world when your main connection is cut off. And there are certain things in the 3D that will cut that connection off. Not that spirit won't be connected to you, but your ability to connect to spirit will feel nearly impossible. But spirit will never leave you. That's not what I'm saying. Spirit will never leave you. But your connection to spirit will feel muddled. It'll feel like you're missing something. You'll look around in your life and you'll start to realize, I don't feel anything. I feel so numb. I'm not connected to anything. I don't paint anymore. I don't draw anymore. I don't sing anymore. I don't feel anymore. When I have sex, I numb out. When I do anything that's supposed to bring me pleasure, I numb out. I don't feel pleasure. I don't even know what pleasure feels like anymore. I keep hearing things about my purpose, and I keep hearing things about being creative, and I keep hearing things, but it seems like I'm just chasing a dollar. It seems like something is missing in me. It seems like my soul is literally missing something. It's missing something, and I'm chasing something that I don't even really give about. Do I really care about money? I mean, of course you do. Of course you want the nice things. Of course you want the experiences. Of course you want the freedom. But that's what it is. That's what's underneath everything, is the freedom. It's not even the money. And we've been put in a system that has made us chase this money and fear all of these things around us. And we're numbing out as people because our creativity is being stolen from us daily, because everything has a motive underneath it, which is money. And you're having a hard time connecting to people and connecting to things and connecting to yourself because you're in survival mode. Because you're more afraid of the lack of money than you are of the hope that there is a version of you out there that doesn't have to work hard for it. That God will just bring it to you. Do you know that that's possible? It is possible. Money is nothing to spirit. It's nothing. It's like air to you. It's nothing. You're killing and chasing and losing your life for something that could so easily be handed to you. But you can't accept something if you're not able to receive it. The energetic frequency that you reside in matters. Your thought process matters. The way you look at the world and view things matter. And if you're still in survival mode, if you're still operating through the lens of survival, it is really hard to soften and to receive. I made the video about quitting my job because I needed people to see that for 3 years, I didn't necessarily have a job, okay? There was no stability under me. There were times where houses didn't come available. There were times when I didn't know how money was going to come. There were times when God literally just sustained me because I promised that I would never put those shackles back on. I would never go back to a job, and haven't and won't. And in the moments of the doubt, in the moments of the fear, I see numbers and they push me forward. Sometimes that's all a number is. Sometimes that's all an animal is. A little bird just landed up here. Sometimes that's all a synchronicity is to push you forward, to say, keep going. You don't know how close you are. I'm not going back. I'm following the call. I'm opening up my senses past my ears. I'm listening to my intuition, especially if you're a woman. Do you know how many years and lifetimes it's been stolen from you? Not anymore. Call me a crazy woman. Call me whatever you want to. Laugh at me. I don't care. I'm following the call. I have a purpose. I'm here for a reason. And it's not to line somebody else's pocket. It's not to be a pawn in a game that I didn't ask to be in. I have gifts. You have gifts. I am an extension of spirit. You are an extension of spirit. You choose what this reality looks like through your thoughts. As above, so below. It's a gift. It was a gift. Nobody can take that from you. Once you hit a certain level energetically, once you start to shift your mindset, once you start to soften into creative mode and not survival mode, your reality has no choice but to follow. Because, honey, I love money, but I don't give a about $1. I know that sounds silly. I love money. And I love what it provides for me. And I love the lifestyle. And I love the getting, like I said, get my little lashes done, get my eyebrows done, get my nails done, getting new clothes. I love it. But I don't give about $1. Not at the sake of my pride, not at the sake of my dignity, not at the sake of another human in front of me. So, I say all of that to say, if you're seeing numbers, if you're seeing signs, if you're seeing synchronicities, don't just chalk it up to, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, no big deal. It could be something nudging you to a life out of your wildest dreams.